Hey, my loves, it is Rose Love, and today we're getting into that question that's probably been living rent free in your head, right? That question is this a soulmate, a situationship, or just a spiritual plot twist? Okay. And if you're wondering what this connection actually is, how they're showing up, how you are showing up, and where is this all going, baby, then this reading is for you. All right. We're going deep, we're asking the questions you already feel the answers to. But now it's time for spirit to confirm what your intuition's been whispering, all right? I want you to take a moment and center yourself. Breathe. Ask your guides to show you the pile with the message meant for you.
Hi friends, as you can see I have the piles laid out and they're all going to have, a crystal theme. But before we break into the piles, we are going to talk about, what we are going to be looking at, the questions we're going to be looking at. And I did take my notes in my lover's journal. You can find this on my website if you want one of your own at spiritualconnectionswithroselife.com, okay? So the questions we are going to be exploring as we go through this reading. Okay, you guys I love this. It's linen paper. Like, okay, anyway. So the things we're going to discuss, we're going to talk about how you are showing up in this connection, how they are showing up in this connection. We're going to talk about the current energies between you, your role in their life right now, how they truly feel about you, what they want but aren't saying. We're going to talk about some things that may be unresolved or karmic in your connection. Um, and then we're going to talk about where this connection is headed over the course of the next few months. So the best potential outcome if you stay on the current path that you're on. And then we're also going to pull spirit's advice for you, okay? And so those are going to kind of be, the deep dive into what's happening in relation to your connection. And we'll talk about that. So now we're going to go ahead and let your intuition guide you, okay, before we break into everything. So I want you to pause. Um, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to allow your intuition to guide you, okay? Now, we have pile one, which is the chrysalis peridot, and the card that we have here on the top is the hermit, okay? So we have the hermit and crystal peridot in the event for pile one, so that you know which pile is yours to get a better understanding. For pile two, we have bamboo coral, and we have the Five of Cups as your card. Okay, and we'll just put that right there. For pile three, we have a jar of rose quartz. Okay, and the card that we have for you here is the Queen of Spear, which would be the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have Magnesita for 4. And the card that we have here is the Queen of Cups again. I love that, ironically, right? So we have the Queen of Spear and we have the Queen of Cups and with your pile, okay? Now, what I love about these cards, a brief crystal breakdown, is Peridot Crystal Flakes for pile 1. That's about grounding, clarity, and heart-centered truth, okay? Pile 2 with the bamboo coral. The bamboo coral is about protection, passion, and bold moves. Now we have rose quartz here with the Queen of Spear for pile 3, and that's unconditional love and emotional healing. And then again, back to pile 4, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have Magnesita as the crystal. Um, and that crystal is about inner peace. It represents alignment and awakening, okay? So take your time, right? Pause the screen if you need more time to choose. Trust your inner knowing, and your reading starts now. Okay, pile number one. So I did pull out an angel card just to kind of get the overall energy of your reading. And this is the Emperor, right? So this is the Emperor with Archangel Uriel. And this talks about stability and efficiency, taking charge of something, having some type of ambitious planning. And this could be in relation to your connection and where it's heading, how to move forward. Some of you may be questioning how you want to move forward in this connection, okay? Now, the first card, let's talk about it. Our first question here is, let's talk about how you are showing up in the connection, okay? Thank you. You have two. All right. Now, let's talk about how your partner is showing up in the connection. How are they showing up? Oh, wow. That's kind of beautiful, right? Okay. Let's go ahead. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jump into the reading, and I'll pull them as we go. So you're showing up in this connection with the Fool and the High Priestess. So what this says to me is you're showing up to your partner as someone who's adventurous, who is in tune with spirit, who has some type of almost kind of like a mysterious feel. You're fun. Your partner is showing up as someone who may be joyful, who likes to celebrate, who likes to have a good time, right? And that's not like a great combination to have here in relation to the two of you, right? This feels like potentially it can be or is an exciting connection, or you're wanting it to be an exciting connection. But this is how this is how you're showing up with the Fool and the High Priestess. Newness, adventure, going with spirit, you know, a free spirit, if you will, following your intuition and listening to your mysterious High Priestess energy. And they're showing itself up as someone who is celebratory, wanting to have happiness and joy. I love that kind of combination for you. It's absolutely amazing. Now, the current energy between you is the Eight of Pentacles, okay? And this is, you know, the seeds have been planted for a potentially really good connection here. And if it's a question overall, it's not. I think this is a good foundation for the two of you that has been started. I think that you both are leaning towards success here, wanting success here. You enjoy each other. You enjoy each other's connection, right? Let's do this. I'm going to detour a little bit from the initial plan. Let's talk about your soul's role in each other's life, right? Let's talk about that real quick. Spirit is telling me to get that. Okay. Wow. So you guys are with each other. You're here to offer new beginnings in love. Show each other, you know, how to have the love it is that you want, that connection that you want with each other, that true love, that genuine love, the newness, the fun, the enjoyment, being able to build together, grow together. This is that feeling here, and I love this. This is an amazing type of energy to have in relation to connection. Maybe this connection is new, okay? Maybe this connection, you guys have been together for a while and have found new beginnings, or are on your way to finding new beginnings and reconnecting in a space of joy and happiness, okay? How they truly feel about you is with the Chariot, okay? The way they truly feel about you with the Chariot is amazing, right? That means they see you as someone who they can overcome obstacles with, where you can have forward movement. Maybe you guys travel together, right? Maybe that's something like you like to do is together as far as traveling, but you show up, or how they feel about you is victorious. This is good. This is fun. This is, we are success. This is, that we're unstoppable together. And that's how they feel. And I love that for you. Okay. Let's talk about what they want. You know, something that they want but may not be saying. What is something that they want out of this connection but may not be saying? Something they want. Okay. So we have something that they want but may not be saying is that they have the Ten of Wands here. It's the Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands, this is someone who feels like they have the weight of the world on their shoulder. This is someone who can sometimes feel stressed out, even with all the happiness and joy that they represent and moving forward and forward movement. What they may want is when they are feeling heavy, it may be important, what Spirit is saying to me is it may be important not to just try to gloss it over with funny things. You know, of course, there's always the cute little memes and things like that to, if somebody's feeling down, to send them. But sometimes when someone is just feeling weighted down, they just want somebody to be there and just listen. So there may be a need here to listen a little bit more to your person, or there may be a need for you to listen a little bit more to your person, or even for your person to listen a little bit more to you, right? But that's something that they want, but they aren't saying to you. Overall, this is a beautiful connection. Overall, they love this space with you. It's just sometimes when they feel like the world is on their shoulders, they want to feel as if you're a safe harbor for them. And it's okay. It doesn't always have to be adventure and joy. And, you know, especially with this high priestess coming out, you guys, listen, let me tell you, some of us spiritual people, we have a habit when we are walking in a spiritual place and our person or people around us, they may be walking in a spiritual place, but not have the same type of level of knowing that you do when it comes to spirit and how to move. And so when they're feeling weighted down, we spiritualists can sometimes, take it to a spiritual, give it to spirit. Sometimes people just don't want to hear that, right? While it may be true, while it may be the right information, sometimes people just don't want to hear it. So as you're showing up with the high priestess, I would employ you, if you feel, when you see your person is going through something, use your intuitive skills. Sit quietly with yourself to see the best way to kind of help them get through whatever it is that they're going through, okay? Let's talk about what might be some unresolved karmic, some type of unresolved something or karmic connection in relation to the connection here. Give me one card, please. There. Oh, look at that. Okay. There may be a space that in a past life or in some type of karmic debt that needs to be paid off, you know, that may be a little bit unresolved, and it would be understandable and link back to this feeling weighted down. Maybe in a past life there was an energy, and this is just for some of you, it's not going to be for everybody. You guys keep in mind this is a general read for the collective, so if it don't apply, let it fly, right? If it does apply, hey, roll with it. But there may be a space here in a past life where you guys were, you know, dealing with some type of deceit, some type of pettiness that was happening around you, and that may be a little bit unresolved, right? And that may still linger, you know, in your inner connection, where, you know, while this is great, it's a new adventure, this person is loving and fun, the two of you are going to build and grow because you're planting the right seeds and offering newness and success. There may be a space sometimes where it begins to become a question, if we're not sure, you know, what. Not that we don't trust, not that you don't trust your person or that they don't trust you, but there's something, maybe something that feels just a bit off. And that's just some old unresolved karmic things here. There was some deceit in a past life that has carried over and trickled over. It's on its way out the door, though. It is out on its way out the door. Yeah. With the Ten of Swords here. Now, of course, Ten of Swords means, you know, heartbreak, failure, or whatever, but in relation to this past life type of energy, what that means is this is on its way out the door. You're coming out stronger. You will come out stronger. This is not something that's going to linger forever in your connection. It's just something that's there, that's lingering around, but it's going to pop away as you two grow and get stronger together in relation to it. For some of you, you may actually be dealing in a space where you've dealt with heartbreak before. In relation to love and things like that. And so that trust can sometimes trickle over into this new connection where this person, your person isn't really doing anything to cause untrustworthy things, or they're not doing anything in being untrustworthy, but it just feels like potentially they could be, but they're not. I'm going to tell you that now they care about you. So whatever these issues are, if you're having them, if you're harboring, you want to do some inner search, you want to look, on the shadow side of things, look at your shadow self and deal with that so you're not trickling and allowing past connections to interfere with this connection, because I feel like this is going to be a very beautiful connection for you, okay? Now, let's talk about where this connection is headed. The card I did pull is the Knight of Cups. I'm going to pull one more. One more. Where is this connection headed? Give me one more card, please. There it is. Okay, let's talk about it. The World card. Okay, so where this connection is headed is the Knight of Cups and the World card, right? Night World. So this is offerings. This is passionate or offerings of new love, emotional commitment, love bombing, rushing in with all this love. And this is a connection that is going to take you to a place where the cycle is complete. You have the whole world at your fingertips with the two of you together, building this connection and growing forward, allowing each other to be who you are in the connection so that you can motivate and support each other and have forward movement and progress. That is so freaking amazing. This is a connection that has the potential to not only be long lasting for this lifetime, but for many lifetimes to come, you guys. I love this energy for you, okay? Now we're going to pull one more card, and that's going to kind of just be a spirit advice card. Thank you. Okay, Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands, Spirit's advice here in relation to this connection is continue in that Queen of Wands energy. Okay, and this is a fiery energy, right? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It doesn't have to be, but that's the type of energy it embodies, right? And this is someone who is passionate, who is loving. Make sure, though, with the Queen of Wands, because sometimes with that fiery energy, sometimes you can be so fiery, so passionate about what you have going on that it seems like everything is about you. So you want to make sure your partner is not feeling that way and make sure you're sharing the spotlight with your partner. Your spirit wants you to know that overall this connection is amazing for you. It's going to be great for you. Just make sure you're remembering each other, you're loving on each other in a true heartfelt space. Okay, you guys, this has been your reading. Peace and blessings. I love this for you. This connection feels good. This feels amazing. It feels like you are on the precipice or headed into an amazing space. All right, if you would like a personal reading with me, spiritual connections with roselove.com, you book your appointment and we'll jump on the line and get right on into it. I'd like to thank you for being here, pile number one. You have a very blessed and amazing day, week, etc., so on and so forth. All right, pile number two, you had the bamboo. And so let's get into your reading. Now, the card that I pulled for you just to start off is the Star card from the Archangel deck, and this is with Archangel Jophiel. So this is about dreams coming true, wish fulfillment, believing in yourself. And this is the end of a difficult situation. So before we jump into the cards, some of you may be coming from a space where you've dealt in connections before that haven't been the greatest. And this new connection is here. And so let's dig into it, okay? Let's talk about it. How are you showing up for your person? How are you showing up? Okay. That was too many. There we go. That's what I needed. There we go. Okay. So, all right. So you're showing up as someone who may be focused on, with the Knight of Pentacles here, maybe focused on growing your coin and growing your abundance, right? But when you have the Eight of Swords here, you might have feeling a little bit blinded towards love. Maybe your focus has been money just because you're not sure if you can trust love or how to trust love. You're showing up as someone who is capable, but you are keeping yourself from truly allowing yourself to go there, right? The Eight of Swords, this is someone who's in their head, they're overthinking, they're blindfolded, but they're keeping themselves there. If she just shook a little, all of her dress would unwind from around her, the ropes would come off. She could remove the blindfold, grab one of these swords, and slice her way through things, okay? Now, I want to let you know, I do feel like you will do that, but let's talk about how your person is showing up for you in the connection. Okay, so we have the Hermit here. So this person may be showing up as someone who, oh boy, so they may be showing up as someone who is not, they kind of keep to themselves, right? There's someone who's wise. They're a bit of a loner. They kind of go within to get the answers to their question. They might not contact you as much as you would like them to. They may not be someone who is always, hey, yes, I'm in your face, I'm going to be here. This is not that person. This is that person who just kind of likes to reflect on things. They like to spend time alone. They like to be with themselves. And it's not that they don't care about you, they do, right? But they just need to get that inner knowing. Also, with them noticing that you may be a little bit hesitant when it comes to love, they kind of want to create a space for you to come to them so that they know that it's safe as well, because I do feel like for them, they've also had some struggles in love as well, which has caused them to go into this place of hermit mode. Let's talk about the current energy between the two of you. Current energy, give me, okay, thank you. Okay, so it's heavy. Some of you may be in separation. Okay, the current energy is a little bit heavy between the two of you, feeling as if there may be, you know, wanting more from each other, wanting more in the connection, and, you know, just kind of questioning how to get there. Now, let's talk about the role the two of you are playing in each other's lives. Give me the card that I need. Show, thank you. Okay, so we have quite a few. So we're going to talk about all of them. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the Star. I love it, you guys. Let's take a deep dive, okay? So the Page of Wands talks about new passionate opportunities. Talks about, you know, getting excited about something, allowing the beginning of a connection, right? And allowing it to go forward. The Nine of Pentacles is standing up. It's being successful. It's showing that this is something that potentially, if you guys can kind of come out of these spaces of this heavy energy where this can grow, right? Where you can still, you yourself can still be independent and successful and still allow this new opportunity into your world. This is about balancing your emotions. This is about standing up in this Queen of Cups energy, being loving, nurturing. You guys, Cups always are going to represent water energy. So, you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, it doesn't have to be one of those signs, but it does represent that. What Spirit is saying here is that if you would allow this new opportunity, stand with confidence, allow your emotions to naturally flow, you will have wish fulfillment with the Star card. So what Spirit is saying here, the role that the two of you play in each other's life is to allow yourselves to have this connection, a true connection, a loving connection, a connection that's not going to hurt you, a connection that's not going to cut you, a connection that's going to stand strong through the test of time, because wish fulfillment is yours if you allow it. The two of you together, if you can get over this hurdle and really allow yourselves to flow together, it will be beautiful. Spirit wants you guys to learn how to allow the beauty of loving someone, the beauty of connection, and of being there, okay? So let's talk about something that they are not saying, okay? Something they aren't saying. Give me the card I need. For pile number 2, something they are not saying, okay. All right. So Ace of Swords is here. What they're not saying, you guys, again, like I said earlier, you may be at a distance. They want to come out of conflict with you. They want to cut through all the nonsense and the BS so you guys can get here. And Spirit is telling me you want this too, but you're stuck in this Eight of Swords energy. Come out of it, baby. Come out of it, because this is going to be a beautiful connection. They want all the nonsense gone. They want to bridge a gap. They want to have a connection that's open in honesty, truth, and fairness for the both of you, for what's good for both of your higher selves. Let's talk about any potentially unresolved issues. Let's talk about the root cause of if you are in separation or if you are feeling this heaviness. What is the root cause? Give me the card I need to see. Thank you. Okay. The root cause or any of the unresolved issues here is you have the Fool card and you have the World card, right? The Fool card talks about newness. It talks about setting off on adventures, but being careful not to fall off the cliff or get caught up in those adventures. The World card talks about cycles coming to an end and completing and things like that. So what that says and what's unresolved for you is there may have been, if this is someone that you've rekindled with, there may have been a space where one or the other one left. They needed to go do something for themselves. They set out on that and they needed to go do it. And so they left. And so now you're in this space of, I'm not sure if I can trust this. I'm not sure what to do. I want this person, but I don't know how to get there. And the World card talks about cycles completing. So you are not able to allow the cycle to complete because it's scary not to let go of things that aren't serving you, because what you know is what this person has shown in the past. Right now, if this is a connection where the two of you, they didn't walk away, etc., you didn't walk away, you guys are new, then this is something from the past. So the unresolved issue here between the two of you is that you can have new adventure with each other. All right, you can have success with each other despite what the past is, despite what has happened. You have to allow this cycle to complete. So what that means is let go. If this is someone from the past, let go of what happened before. If this is someone new and you're still harboring issues for someone from something that's happened of the past, let that go. You cannot allow old to intercept new or affect new, because you'll never get this wish fulfillment if you allow that to happen. All right. So Spirit is saying, allow yourself to set out on a new adventure with this person, because if you guys can get to a place of allowing yourselves to break through from all this heavy energy here, you're going to come out ahead. Remember, a knight, if you're focusing on your coin to keep yourself safe or just because you have to, in order to allow true connection, you do have to let people in. You just have to, right? You can't not do that. All right. Now let's talk about the best potential outcome for the two of you. What is the best potential outcome? One card for the best potential outcome, please. Thank you. Oh, give me one more. That's Four of Swords energy, right? Four of Swords energy talks about taking a break. It talks about getting, away from everything that's so heavy. So what that means for me, the best potential outcome is that you guys have this energy where the two of you can maybe you need to go on a vacation together, right? Maybe you need to take a break together where you guys can really kind of just get back to each other, okay? And that will lead with the Six of Swords here. That's going to lead to things getting smoother, things getting better, things running in such a way that you can get to this place of wish fulfillment within each other. So the question here is, if you're reconnecting with someone and you think, is this over? Or if you're wanting to reconnect, was this over? Is this over? No, it's not. It's definitely not. You guys need to get to a space where the two of you can focus on each other. You can have wish fulfillment and you're going to have success here. Things are going to work out well for you if you can allow the baggage to go. In my head, I keep hearing Erykah Badu, bag lady, you gonna hurt your back, right? Like, we don't want to do that. Let the baggage go, both of you, so that you can move forward in beautiful connection with each other. Things that have happened before do not have a space or a room in this current moment, this current energy that you guys are in relation to connection. I need one card from Spirit. One card from Spirit. Give me what I need, baby. Talk to me, Spirit. One card from, well, that was the one card, guys. I put it back in and don't know which one it was. One more card, please. There it is. Okay. With the Seven of Swords here, your advice from Spirit, especially with this eye, your advice from Spirit is allow honesty and allow truth, okay? Because I'm focusing in on this eye here in the triangle. So you want to allow honesty and you want to allow truth. Allow yourself to be open to true connection. Allow yourself to be open to trust. If you listen, baby, you cannot, when in this thing that we call love, right? You can't have your walls so high and your tower so high, if you will, that people can't scale that wall to get to you, right? It is okay to love. It is safe to love. Okay, yeah. It is safe to love. Whatever these late night thoughts that are in your head that happen for you, let them go. Let them go. If you want this connection, if you want the truth of this connection, use the Magician card here to manifest what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you want in love. Okay? All right, you guys, peace and blessings. This has been your reading, pile 2. My pile 2 peoples. I'm going to call y'all my bamboo people. All right. This has been pile number 2, and we had the bamboo coral as your crystal. And remember, we had this star card here. And this can be a dream come true overall. It's the theme of this reading. This can be a dream come true. You have to believe in yourself and allow the end of a difficult situation. All right, you guys, peace and blessings. If you would like a personal reading with me, spiritual connections with roselove.com. And that link will also be in the description box. All right, y'all. All right, pile number 2. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. You have the rose quartz here. I remember the rose quartz it promotes unconditional love and emotional and bold moves, emotional healing. I'm sorry. Now, we have the 9 of Gabrielle as your overall energy, because I did go ahead and pull an overall energy card. And this is about determination, right? There is success here. Spirit wants you to be prepared for anything that may come, right? Allow the natural course of things. Allow the natural flow of things, because it can all come for you however it is that you want it to go. All right? Be prepared for anything. And with that said, let's jump into your reading. Let's talk about how you are showing up for your person. Okay, so we have 2 cards for you. We have the 2 of Swords, and then we have the 2 of Spears. So both of these would be, the 2 of Spears would be represent the 2 of Pentacles. But the 2 of Swords, you're showing up as the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Spears. So you are showing up for your person as someone who's balanced, okay? You are balanced in the way that you think. You're logical with the 2 of Swords. You have a good handle on how you manage your thoughts, right? And with the 2 of Spears, you have a good handle on how you manage your coin, your money, your finances. So in other words, you're showing up as someone who has balance, who is capable of achieving anything that they want, because they are able to compartmentalize, separate, do what they need to do to find that proper balance. Now let's find out how your partner or the person you're connecting with is showing up. Give me the cards I need. How is this person showing up? This one? Nope, this one. Okay. They're showing up as someone who's fair. You have the Justice card here. And if you can tell, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you can tell, there's an eye right here. Okay. And this is someone who's showing up as fair. They're watching, they're watchful, they're knowing. They try to make choices and decisions that are good for not only them, but also for you in relation to the connection. This is someone that you could go and talk to, and they're going to be honest about what's going on. They might have a career. Maybe they're a lawyer, or they have a career in some type of legal field. Okay. Or maybe they're just, maybe they are just really into, being fair to people. And I think it's because they felt like in their life, as they've gone throughout life, especially as they were younger, people weren't always fair to them. And so they, some people will get treated a certain way as they go throughout life, and then they begin to exhibit the same behaviors that the people who hurt them did, right? And then there are other people who will get a type of behavior and realize how it made them feel as they were growing up. And so they make it their choice as they grow older to be the opposite. This person, your person, has felt like they've not always been treated fairly, that they didn't always have somebody to talk to, or someone who would really listen to them. And so they have become that person to listen to others, to be a balance for others, and to make sure to try to incorporate as much fairness as possible in relation to how they deal with people and connections and things like that. Now, let's talk about the current energy between you. The current energy between you. Give me, okay, 3 of Wands. Give me one more, please. Well, I guess we have two of one. We have, okay. So the Three of Wands talks about forward movement. It talks about, you know, how you guys are going to move forward. It talks about, you know, what's next, right? And that's how what's going on between the two of you right now. And it's actually kind of beautiful. Now you have the Seven of Spears here. So if there's any question in relation to if this is something that's going to progress further, yes, it is. You guys have planted the proper seeds and you're going to grow. And with the Emperor card, this is a connection that is going to provide stability for you. It's going to be something that cultivates and brings out a better side of you. You guys may be traveling together here soon with the Three of Wands here, but this is what you represent. If you look at the Three of Wands, they have this desert and it's endless, but back in that distance is the sun, right? So you're going to get through anything. Maybe there are going to be some shadow periods or whatever, but the adventure is here. The growth is here. The forward movement is here. And while there is sand here, there is stability here with the Emperor. And so together, with these three cards here, this talks about proper seeds and things growing well, moving forward, knowing that you've created what it is that you need to create, how it needs to be created, and you two are going to blend well and are working well together as a team. And I love it for you. Now let's talk about your roles for each other, your soul roles, right? What are you here to teach each other? What are you here to show each other? You guys, this is crazy because this seems to be an ongoing theme in this reading today, even in the other decks, right? The Queen of Cups, all right? Now, it's crazy because pile 1, pile 2, Queen came out there too. Well, anyway, so the Queen of Cups, here we go. So the Queen of Cups is going to talk about allowing, okay, oh God, so let's just do it. Spirit just gave me an amazing download, so let's talk about it. In the world that we live in, it's very easy to get caught up in social media. It's very easy to get caught up in our phones. It's very easy to get disconnect from our people around us, right? Listen, I'm all for if you're out having a good time getting a video of it and sharing it, but Spirit wants us to live in the moment, and that's very important. Queen of Cups talks about allowing emotional flow. I have to admit, through all of this, while there's balance here and there's fairness and there's justice and there's stability and there's forward movement and there's, you know, planting the right seeds, are we allowing ourselves to truly emotionally connect? Right? Are we allowing ourselves to have true, in-depth connection? Queen of Cups, she's someone who's about emotional flow. She's someone who's about nurturing. This is water energy. This is allowing water to flow. It's allowing the flow of things. Or are we keeping ourselves so balanced and so logical in relation to our connections and so focused on stability that we're lacking just a little bit on the emotional plane? Okay, you guys are here to show each other how to truly love. You guys are here to really show each other how to truly open up and how to not only open up, but how to nurture the connection between the two of you. I think that's very powerful. And that's very, not only is it very powerful, this is the thing that you guys already have the rationale, but the emotion, when you tie that in and allowing each other to be vulnerable with each other, you now have a powerhouse combo to have that distance relationship, that true relationship that goes the distance, that stands the end of times. And I think that is where you guys are headed in this. But let's talk about more. Let's find out more. Okay, let's talk about how they truly feel. Right? How do they truly, truly feel in relation to this connection? Thank you. You have the Eight of Wands. Okay? In relation to how they're feeling. So, the Eight of Wands. With the Eight of Wands being here, this talks about they really do see so many different opportunities with you. There's so many different variables, right? And they really feel like, you know, in all these opportunities that are being met, you are somebody that they can meet them with. and they look forward to that, and they're wanting to do that, and that's kind of amazing, right? That's how they truly feel. That's what they are. What they aren't saying though is the Ten of Wands. They don't want heartbreak. Okay. While and that would explain why Spirit is saying it's time to learn how to open up. It's time to, that's what the role that you guys are playing each other. There are amazing opportunities here between the two of you, rapid opportunities, because the Eight of Wands talks about rapid communication. It talks about rapid opportunities coming up. So there may be something here where, you know, maybe they all of a sudden, hey, let's go on this trip. Let's go here. Let's go do this thing. There's going to be, no, more so, I feel like there's going to be an outpouring of emotion that they let you know truly what is going on with them. They want to move a little bit faster. They want to pour their emotions into you, right? But they're scared. And with the Ten of Wands here, they're afraid of being hurt again. All right? They don't want to be hurt, but they just want to give so much of that emotion to you. They just do. And it may not even feel like that at times. It may feel like it may feel to you like they're not as forthcoming as they could be when it comes to the emotion side of things, but that's because they're afraid of being hurt. They don't want that. They've been there. They've done that. Okay. Let's talk about where this thing is headed. You know, the best potential outcome for you guys, where this thing is headed. Give me the card I need, please. Okay, thank you. All right, so we've got two about where this is headed. If we continue on the path that we are on. Well, now this is interesting. Give me one more. Okay, got it. All right. So you guys are going to have to you really are going to have to figure out how to get through and allow the emotions, because they're so worried about this heartbreak. I think it's causing them to get in and out of their heads, to be in their heads, and then being afraid to open up and allowing that true emotional connection. Okay. Now, the path that you guys are on, yeah, with the Five of Cups here, and the Eight of Spears, this is juggling. If you do not allow the emotion to flow between you naturally, it's going to keep your person in their head, right? Yeah. And somebody here has to, okay, got it. So somebody here has to really begin to look at everything for what it truly is, recognizing that this person is who is a great connection for you, and recognizing that if you allow the vulnerability, it's going to grow, it's going to be good. It's going to be important you guys are going to go through a spell where somebody is going to be in their heads with the Seven of Swords here, trying to figure out what it is they want to do, things like that. The Four of Cups, they may not... They may be fighting giving their emotions. When that happens, the other person is going to look at things like, well, okay, I'm here, but what are we doing? You're not giving of the emotions the way I need them to. I don't understand why this is happening. In that case, I'm going to recommend for you to remember that there are still things to be positive for. If that happens, do not pay attention to what's missing. Pay attention to what's still there. Understand that this person is coming from a space of fear. Right? And it's not that they don't care about you, because they do. They actually want to give you so much with the Eight of Wands here. Okay? They want to give you so much. They're just scared. Make sure that you and of yourself are letting them know how you feel. Don't love bomb them or be overbearing, but just make sure they know and let them come to their own conclusions. Overall, you have the Eight of Spears here, and this is juggling. Right? This is making decisions. This is making a choice. You have to choose. What is it that you want to do? Somebody here is going to be juggling, and I don't think this is people. I don't think this is about cheating. This is going to be juggling work. This is going to be juggling you, and this is going to be juggling the battle with themselves, trying to figure out exactly how to move forward and how to get rid of their own blockages to really give in to what it is that they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think that you guys are going to have a fresh start with the full card together. I don't think you guys are going to separate. For most of you, some of you are going to separate. Some of you are going to choose to walk away from this connection because it's just the allowing of the emotions. You're just not going to be able to do it, right? Or you're choosing not to. You're choosing, not that you can't, you're just choosing not to, because this person I hate to say it, this person may feel a little boring to you at times, right? So some of you are just going to be like, no, I'm done, right? But the others of you, you are going to stick it out because you see in them what you see something in them that to you is worth it. And I'm going to tell you, if you stick it out, it is going to be worth it. Because at the end of the day, when they come around and they're able to truly allow their emotions to flow towards you with that Eight of Wands and give you all these opportunities, you guys are going to start off together and have a beautiful new beginning with the Fool card. And you are going to be able to go on adventures that are going to be amazing. Not just physically, like going on vacations and things like that, but adventures in love together. That's going to be fulfilling and absolutely amazing. Now, Spirit's advice is balance. I love it. Okay, so you have the temperance. You have temperance here. All right, as above, so below. So the trick here, if you look at this particular temperance card, and I know it's the shadow series, so it's a little bit hard to see with this deck, but this is a black tarot deck. This is the image of someone sitting there, and they are balancing, right? You've got the balancing of the moons here, and they're balancing. So finding a space to allow the person to come to you, be vulnerable at their own time, in their own time, without you overly worrying much about if they're going to come, and just know that they're going to come for you, because baby, they're going to come for you. Remember, we had that Nine of Gabrielle at the beginning of this reading, and that's being determined to stay forward, being prepared for any possibility. All right, so be determined to move forward in connection with your person, because they are going to come around. For those of you who have decided they've kind of just had enough of just this kind of still stagnant type of energy that's a little bit slow moving, well, then be determined to move forward the way you want to and the way that's best for you. Okay, just be prepared for any possibility in relation to this connection. Overall, I do feel like if you choose to stick it out, it is going to be something that is very amazing for you. Peace and blessings and one love, my babies. Y'all know what to do. If you want a personal reading with me, go to spiritualconnectionswithroselove.com. Link will be in the description. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share. You guys have a great day. All right, pile number 4. Hello, hello, hello. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about it. So I did pull a card for you to begin with, and I did pull from the Archangel deck to talk about the overall energy that we have going on, and that is the Wheel. So this is about new beginnings and end of delays, right? A change in direction. That change in direction is going to provide happiness. It's going to provide joy. This is with Archangel Jeremiel. Okay, so let's talk about it. We're going to just jump right on into your reading. Remember, the crystal that you chose was Magnesita. All right, and let's just jump into it. How are you showing up? You are showing up as the Knight of Cups. So you may be showing up as someone to your person. You're showing up as someone who is passionate, who is wanting to offer emotional love and joy and connection with this person. You're wanting to offer and give the emotions there. Now, I need you to be careful, because sometimes when you're coming off as a knight, okay, it can get a little tricky, right? Sometimes knights get sometimes, a lot of the times, knights are really focused on what it is that they're trying to conquer, what it is that they're trying to achieve, and once they get it, they kind of dip out, right? So, Spirit, I can tell you right now, Spirit is saying, hey, offer your love, but make sure this is something that you really truly want. Okay, now let's talk about how they are showing up. They are showing up as Justice. Pile 3 just had the Justice card pop out as well. They're showing up as someone who is fair. Now let's talk about it. Nine of Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Does not have to be. You might have water in your chart. They might, that kind of thing, right? Now, Justice is air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That doesn't have to be. It is just someone, and maybe it's in their charts, but they're just embodying that type of energy. Justice card is someone who is fair. They're showing up as someone who is fair, who's logical. They, think rationally. They're good problem solvers, things like that. That's how they are showing up. Now let's talk about the current energy between the two of you. Thank you. Okay, so you have the Nine of Cups when it comes to the current energy, right? Um, the Nine of Cups talks about options. It talks about um, being able to figure out what way you want to go. So it signifies it signifies contentment and satisfaction in relation to connection. So I guess instead of saying it shows you which way you want to go, it allows the connection of how you've chosen to move, if that makes sense. So in other words, you are showing up, or this connection is something that is satisfying. It is something that is good, right? Like, I'm like rambling around simply to say that it's good, right? This is a satisfactory connection. It's a good connection, right? And that is the current energy between the two of you. Let's talk about your soul's role. What are your souls here for? What are you here to teach each other? And that's the Knight of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Okay, guys, my babies. So when it talks about what role your soul is playing, you have the Knight of Swords. This is ha 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 ha. Now, ironically, the other piles were about emotions and figuring out how to do that. In this particular case, it is with the Knight of Swords. This is about helping each other find the balance of rationale. Specifically you, my love, if you are watching, you showed up as the Knight of Cups. So it's going to be important to find the balance, the rationale, the thinking. Swords represents thinking, logic, things like that, moving in swiftly, and just using rationale. You're here to learn and help each other with emotions and rationality and how you move in life and where things are going and things like that. Okay, now let's talk about how they are truly feeling. Okay, how they are truly feeling. They have the Six of Wands. You make them have butterflies. There's something about you that brings back some type of feeling of home, if you will, some type of nostalgia in life that comes with this Six of Wands here. So there is the emotional side of things that are here. And okay, so Spirit is saying, yeah. So the Spirit is saying there's the emotional side of things, but it's going to be important not to get overly emotional and caught up in everything, and allowing the emotions to take care of you, take over in relation to the connection, allowing some rationale and patience and timing and good timing and things like that, because you do represent someone who is nostalgic and bringing home that sense of home type of energy to them. It is something that they've been looking for. This is someone who may have had a troubled home life when they were younger, or they may have had a good family connection life, and it's something that they're craving in the current and now, and you represent that to them. Okay, now something they aren't saying but they want to. Page of Swords. That is interesting. So something that they're saying that something that they aren't saying but they want to say. Spirit is showing me, bear with me guys, because I'm getting kind of a visual of what it is. Okay, so generally speaking, the Page of Swords represents a young, curious thing, etc., etc., etc. There may be a need here for, with the Page of Swords popping out, what they're saying, that you guys might get so caught up in the emotions of each other. Remember, they're supposed to be, you guys got to balance each other, really teach each other how to be a little bit more logical and rational, or you learn to be a little bit more logical and rational and not as emotional. Okay, and then them to be a little bit more emotional and not as logical. But they may feel like they are missing like I don't want to say you're not smart, but intellectual conversations in the areas that they prefer. All right. So, they would like more in-depth conversation. They don't want to just keep it surface level. There it is. They don't want to just keep it surface level. They want more. They want more conversation. They want more getting to know each other on from a cerebral level, not just from the emotional aspect. So they are wanting more of that from you. And I think that's good, right? Yes, passion is good. Emotions are good. Fun's good. Going out, just going with the breeze. It's great. But there is also that intellectual stimulation part of side of things that a lot of people need and crave. And for someone who comes up as a justice, this is someone who does crave cerebral connection. In other words, you could seduce them mentally, right? So they enjoy the emotional, but mentally, if you get to them mentally, you can seduce them so much more because they find something so amazing in conversation and having the deep, in-depth, truly getting to know each other on a soul level. And then when you have that mixed with the physical attraction, mixed with the emotional support, mixed with the being there and team working it together, it is a connection that can turn out to be so beautiful. And so let's talk about that. What is the best potential outcome? What's the best? How are my cards like this? Well, that's okay. What's the best potential outcome? Thank you. Two of Cups, right? Love it. Two of Cups talks about new beginnings in love. It talks about new beginnings. It talks about teamwork. It talks about, or maybe not even necessarily new beginnings in love, but it talks about teamwork. It talks about connection. It talks about two people emotionally coming together to create a world that's theirs. Two individuals who find a space in this world to come together and move on the same emotional plane, logical plane, spiritual plane together. Okay, that is beautiful, guys. Now let's talk about Spirit's advice. Okay, so Spirit's advice, you have the Seven of Wands and the Hierophant, right? The Seven of Wands talks about, bear with me because it's the downloads coming through. So let's, in relation to this connection, the Seven of Wands, talks about standing your ground and what it is that you're looking for. Okay, so Spirit is saying make sure you're sticking to your boundaries. Make sure you're having clear-cut boundaries on what it is that you want and where you're going and how you want to get there. And when you have the Hierophant, maybe this is about traditional values. Maybe it's about a question of marriage or things like that. But Spirit wants you to know that as long as you're setting your boundaries, standing firm in your truth and what it is that you believe in, you will have the type of connection that you want in the future. So if you're looking for marriage, you will get it. If you're looking just to be in partnership, you will get that as well. Right? I love this for you, you guys. This feels really beautiful. It's crazy. You didn't have as many cards pop out as the other piles, but this feels so clear cut. You found your person. It's just a matter of the two of you balancing the emotions and the logic here. That's it. And then moving towards what it is that you truly desire, and what it is that you want. And that is the Hierophant connection, right? That's what that represents. The Hierophant represents whether it's going to be traditional, reviewing traditional values, things like that. So maybe it's marriage. Maybe it's just long-term commitment. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what it is that you want. All right, pile number 4, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you like this reading, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. All right, and if you would like a personal reading with me, Spiritual Connections with roselove.com. Book your appointment and I will call you and we will go into your situation and we'll get in depth and things will be great. Again, peace and blessings and one love, you guys. You have a great, beautiful, amazing, masterful day.